Well, Mayor John Cranley laid out the math this way. The city will pay for the $65 million in capital costs to finish construction on phase one here if and only if the private sector guarantees $80 million in operating costs over the next 25 years. The clock is ticking. A decision has to be made very, very soon. This was Elm Street Thursday in the Over the Rhine. Cold, snowy, unfinished streetcar work visible. This is what may happen because of a compromise plan from Mayor John Cranley. With city employee union leaders looking on, the mayor asked the private sector to pay the $4 million a year in streetcar operating costs so the general fund can be used for basic services.
If the business community can take that risk for us, we're willing to meet them halfway by spending the additional capital dollars to complete the first phase.
$80 million has to be guaranteed in cash, pledged assets, securities, real estate, or some other sort of collateral.
It can be anything that has a tangible value, a marketable value of sufficient to provide for the long-term guarantee.
The challenge is that the agreement has to be signed, sealed, and delivered within a week.
I do think the resources will be there. I think the question is, what's the trade-off for us? These are the same partners that pay for Museum Center and Music Hall and Smell Riverfront parks.
Despite that concern, streetcar supporters know it's time to roll up their sleeves and get to work.
We've been talking with a number of people who are willing to figure out how to solve that $3 to $4 million gap every year. Right? We know there's a way of doing that.
Hope is not a strategy, but we are believers in this city. We're believers in the streetcar, and we're going to move forward. I am very confident that one way or another, this will work out.
Now, as I said, time is of the essence here. The federal government wants to know 1 week from today what the city's going to do, or it could yank $45 million in funding. An independent audit is underway right now for council to vote on next week, so a lot of moving pieces here. Coming up new at 6, what this all means for the basic services like fire and police. Tom McKee, 9 on your side, live in the Over the Rhine.
Thank you, Tom.